Come on. I've got enough time. Turn on crop sensor again. Is that something that the worker's doing after it's finished, is just turning off the crop sensor? That might be an upsetting thing if it's actually not running with it. If it's just getting to the end of its courseplay and then just turning off the crop sensor, that's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. The thing is, once you manually turn on a crop sensor, it stays on. But if worker dude is turning it off when he finishes his task, that's annoying but not a problem. If he's turning it off while he's doing the task, that is most definitely a problem. So what we're going to have to do, I think, is test out that issue, and I might have to do all this stuff manually because the worker's not crop sensoring things. Contract on field 56 is 10% complete. Well, the good news is it should mean that we have a lot of money left at the end of this month. And potentially it should cover all of our expenses. We've only got one loan payment, and then 1st of December we can actually start selling the maize silage. Or December 1 we can sell the maize silage. December 2 I don't think we're going to be able to sell the grass silage until December 3. So I don't think I'm going to get the rest of that collected today and then compacted. I guess we'll see how it works. Now, the interesting thing about this sprayer is it does kind of bounce along the edge of the hedges without getting stuck on them. I think because I've got an articulated tongue on the hitch and it steers. Okay, that's good. Turn that off so we can race down to the other end of the field. And we'll get the entrance done. And this field is then perfect. Well, should be. So considering all the things we've got done today, we're not doing too badly, I don't think. Except bouncing along the hedgerow, of course. That's less desirable, I guess. Okay, done. Fold that away. We'll take this down to our third field. I think this one is the one that, oh yeah, needs a clean. How's the servicing going? Servicing is fine. The weight needs repair, but not a big deal. Like I said, the weight costs probably about $50 to fix. And it'll cost me $50 whether it's at 80% or 50%. Still. And then yeah, we're down to sort of 10 till 3, quarter till 3 game time, which means the sun will be classed as setting very soon, and I will not be able to spray this field after the sun sets. Okay, set the course. Ding, done. Back, cancel, back. Let's turn on the blue eyes and see where it wants me to start. It wants me to start here. Now, I'll check. Crop sensor is currently on because it says push this button to turn it off. Now, if I drive here, and first waypoint, go. Now, crop sensor. Okay, let's turn that off. Turn on crop sensor. No, you are. Right, turn off crop sensor. Set it on a worker. That might be a problem. How do we test for that? Because that makes me not happy that potentially we are not getting spray with the crop sensor on, because the courseplay worker turns it off. Or is it just when the worker turns itself off that it cancels the crop sensor? So because I pushed the button to turn off the worker, does it say, oh yeah, I'll just turn off everything? So it stops spraying. It doesn't fold it up, but it may turn off the crop sensor on the tractor. That's the problem with the crop sensors, is they don't show on the little tractor icon in the top left of the screen. So you can't, there's no notification that it's actually working. The only potential there is for me to check the nitrogen coverage in the corners of these fields where I'm manually doing it with the crop sensor on, and in the center of the field where the tractor's doing it. Okay. Obviously not sure if I'm going to make a complete loop here, because we're starting halfway up the field. That's another thing I could do with the hedges on this field, is cut them further down where our yard is, so it's just easier to get in and out of the field at that end. I understand why, I understand why the entrance is there, because it's opposite that farm track, but it might be nice to have an entrance down at the bottom there, so we can just access the yard from this field directly without having to drive across the field and then down. Anyway, how are we doing? We are about halfway down, a little bit more than halfway full, so I'm not sure we're going to make a complete loop here, but it'll be close. We had to pay wages. We still have the Axion, the Deutz is running. I mean, we probably can tell if the crop sensor is on by checking the environmental score. The problem is we don't get feedback from the environmental score until we harvest on fertilisation and lime. Oh, I was thinking of making an entrance in this corner, but obviously this corner is not exactly opposite the yard either. But now that I'm full, I have to drive all the way down and come back again. Well, I'll do some chainsaw considerations over the course of the coming week to make a decision on what, where, how. I'm going to chop up some hedgerows so we can actually make it a little bit easier for us to get around. And maybe put some Beach Boys on while I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. So like I said, now this side is a little bit flat. So I should be able to build up the ramp a little bit. Okay, we're at 13% compacted. We have 900,000 litres. I've got no idea how much these bunkers will hold, which is why I probably might like to get another one. Or maybe I should buy the BGA and build a silage bunker down there as well. Especially if we get into whole crop silage. The thing is to feed cows I need the maize silage and the grass silage. I don't actually need any whole crop. So potentially, if I do some whole crop just because it's more valuable than the other two, it's not more yielding than the other two. It does mean that I could just ship it straight down to the BGA, and then I don't have to worry about shipping it far when I uncover it. Not sure I'd get one of those industrial bunkers in there. And then we'd be making digestate. And I could put digestate on the fields before I plant them. And then I can cut down on the amount of fertilizer I need for the maize, because that is rather nitrogen hungry. Okay. So now begins the task of collecting this field, and it's getting dark. How's the we've got 3.5 minutes on the cultivating. We've got 2.5 minutes on the spraying. Then once the spraying's done, I'm gonna have to go and complete that, because that needs to be done before nightfall. Contract's nearly done. Yay. He's probably down to the headlands now. Just a little bit of grassiness on the turn there. So it looks like a little under 2 rows, a little over 2 rows is 50,000. So given that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe 11 more trailers. Good grief, that many. Well, it is what it is. Let's do this. So I'll leave the Deutz hooked up to the sprayer again, because obviously we're going to need that tomorrow, November 3. Cultivator, we can clean all that up, put it away, service the 900 if it needs to be, and see where we end up. Like I said, going to finish early today, so we've probably got about 45 minutes streaming left to go before I need to think about leaving, getting ready to leave. This is not a very precise job here. You just have to open it when it says you can, and then meander about and see what you can drop and where. So I can probably reverse now and dump some more at the top of that hill. And while it looks like it's dropping stuff, it's actually not. So 9492, 9397, 931. It is a little bit, I guess. I'm definitely doing a lot better doing it this way than I have been in the past, where I've tried to drive through and I do nothing but get stuck and just have a total nightmare. Finished work, that's nice. Get that started. And then you're done. You are done. Are you done, contract? Completed. Let's get paid. Okay, so there are baling contracts. There is a fertilization contract. There are harvesting contracts. There are a bunch of liming contracts. Also a bunch of ploughing contracts. So if I felt like it tomorrow, oh, the tractor needs fixed. I could hitch the plough up to the back of this and go out and do ploughing contracts on November 3. Depends how I feel. Set destination. Position is blocked. What do you mean position is blocked? Look, it's right down there. There you go. He happy. He doing his thing. Let's find the sprayer. Let's get the sprayer's job done. So, if I look here, it should say that the crop sensor is off. So the crop sensor is now on. We will unfold the arms. I think I can also clear the course plate, and we are good to get this field done. There goes the Class 940. Yay! So, not too bad, I guess. Okay, I think what we're going to do, we're going to do a check in this corner. So, if we jump out here, the nitrogen is perfect, 65 of 65. If I make that turn exactly the right place, I can actually swing that through there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out and run over here, and that says nitrogen perfect, 65 of 65. So who knows what the difference is. Anyway, turn the sprayer off. We'll run down to the bottom. So I don't know if the sprayer is, if the worker is turning the crop sensors off when I deactivate it. Hopefully that's all it is. And you know, it's typical of you set a worker off with the sprayer on, and when you send the worker home, it immediately turns the sprayer off. Because you told it to stop doing the things. Am I going to miss that tree, or am I going to hit that tree? I'm probably going to hit that tree, so we'll do all sorts of weird things here, shall we? Okay. Swish. Okay, got that bit. Now if I can get this corner, and if it gets too dark it will tell me that it's too dark to use the crop sensors, so that's somewhat of a benefit. In theory, if I set this off at night time on a worker with the crop sensors on, the worker should just say, you know what, it's too dark to do this. Possibly. Okay, I'm going to head up here. So we get that corner a little bit shallower. We'll crash into the hedge and bend things. That's also fun. Okay. And then I think I should be good to drive into the trees. Get the boom to hit that entrance. And I think we can call that done. Should just be able to fold that up. Yes. And then this kit needs to go into the workshop because it needs fixed. And the tractor's 75%, but you know, if we're going to fix other things of this set, we might as well just check it all out in preparation for tomorrow, because tomorrow's another week. Oh, and we'll probably have to move him as well. this guy needs a lot of fixed. Cultivator not so much, so I'm good with that. Okay, cultivator just needs to be cleaned. We'll spray that off. Don't need that now till spring, when we have all our fields to replant. Oops. Okay, and stick that in bay 1. Well, are we sticking that in bay 1? Yeah. We're done with the Valtra. Unless we do more baling contracts, I don't need the Valtra out again. So I can put this here. We'll jump out and we'll get Charlie to fix that. 2,200 to fix the class. Check that. 300, yeah. So I think it's getting night time. We'll put the Renault away. And then all I've got left is the Class 800, which I'm going to continue collecting grass through the, at least the early evening, until it's just too dark for me to see anything. At which point, we'll just say it's good enough. But definitely, grass collecting is, we are looking at November 3 for more grass collecting.